All right, we're losing our minds. I guess I'm losing my mind. It is the 9th of December, 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. It's 43 degrees here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're going to hit 46 here in about one more hour. This weather's ridiculous. It's not going to last though. And I mean that. It's forecasted. It's not going to last. I'm going to play Mr. Know-It-All and say we're going to expect something like this once out of every 25 years. And that's basically why I'm doing this. I'm disking. I'm doing it for the novelty of it because of how ridiculous this is. 9th of December. I actually, if you're anything like me, and I hope most of you aren't, I always have a daily set plan. Don't get me wrong, it can get altered, but not by much. And I make that daily set plan the night before or the day before. Well, I broke my own rules and I altered it significantly. I put away the rest of my plans here for this afternoon anyway. I hooked up to the disc, got the cobwebs out of it, put a little grease in it. And what I'm doing here, I'm working up sweet corn ground. The ground had already been worked up some time ago. I will freely admit I made a grave mistake. I came in here in a very lazy fashion with my cultivator and I roughed up the ground pretty good multiple times. Whereas what I should have done was just bring the moldboard plow in. Lesson learned. What are you going to do? It's going to cost me a little extra work by working it up with the disc, but oh well. I guess I'd walk over there, but you can probably see it from where we're standing right now. That's the original garden space right there. Always has been. I chose, you obviously, the grazing paddock system is before your eyes. I chose to basically knock half a paddock 9. This is paddock 9 right here. Actually, my mistake, I'm sorry, 9's in the way back. This would by rights be number 2. I chose to basically delete half of this paddock, which hurts significantly. You know, that's basically that. This is a day of feeding for all the cows on good pasture grass, up to possibly 5 times a year. That might not sound like much. I'm here to tell you that's very significant. But we're going to try something. I'm willing to try something here, and that, of course, this is sweet corn going in. If I had to guess, and I'm awful at acreage, I'd say this is probably a grand total of maybe about 3 acres combined. This new patch here that got roughed up, and of course the main part of the garden. I'm probably being pretty generous with my acre count here right now, but nonetheless, let's just say truckloads and truckloads of sweet corn. I know things are a little weird here, but I don't think it takes a keen eye to see we got ourselves one hell of a dip going on right here. This is nothing but flooded. In fact, it gets so flooded that when the cows do come in here for grazing, they don't go up to the barn for water because they got all their water needs right here. So quite simply, with the warmer temperatures, but the major player here has been this this sun. We've had almighty powerful sun since about 8:15 this morning. So I'm taking advantage of it, being a little quirky, a little goofy here, and I'm discing soil on the 9th of December. Pretty crazy. Of course, I got the 6150M hooked up to the model number 637 15-foot John Deere disc. Little overkill, yep. I do got one little problem though I gotta fix. That disc cleaner is pulling a no-no right now. It flipped somehow, obviously either a rock or some ordeal. I need to knock that back to where it needs to be. Not happening. I don't care to be doing this with that disc cleaner like that. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to make one pass so I can kind of show you what I'm doing, which is quite obvious. We're discing. So, yeah, we're up in the ante on sweet corn. More than triple what was done last year. A lot of things weren't done correct last year. We still ended up with a very fair harvest and basically sold out in 3 hours. Not joking. So I'm willing to try anything if it puts more fuel in the fuel tank and can make a payment. There's no other way to say it. We're going to try it out. I can assure you that I did my homework. There's not much that I do by the seat of my pants if I can help it. I've done my homework. I have 2, if need be, very well positioned sale sites right on the highway. Both very, we'll just say, populated with traffic. I'm also opting to possibly take one sale date and kind of have one here at the farm just for fun. You know, come on to the farm, bring the kids, maybe even, you know, have some of the, you know, the calf hutches will be set up. There'll be some calves. Just, you know, just for the, my new favorite word today, for the novelty of it. It'll be fun. I have one lead thus far because I haven't been very talkative about this. I have one very good lead thus far for a wholesale order. Now we're talking about maybe 100, maybe 120 some dozen, which by no means is that a lot, but you know what? It's a hell of a start. It's a good start. I'm going to tell you something right now. If this goes very well this coming year, and you know, bills can be paid, the bills it's going to take to put this in, and everything else, I can assure you there'll be 10 acres of sweet corn going in the following year. we'll see what happens. A hell of a lot of stuff can change from now to then. We know that these days, don't we? I'll tell you what, mister. Good Lord all night. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just having a little fun. I put off some of my doings here this afternoon. I figured with this weather, which I won't see again possibly in the next 20-25 years, that's my vote. Let's be quirky and goofy and fun. Hook up to the disc and disc some soil. And not to mention, you know, we're doing good too here. You know, we're quite waterlogged here in the spring, especially right where we're standing right here. It's just another just another step forward. And the goal here is probably in the springtime making 2 complete passes just to rough things up with this disc, mulching it for a little bit of a leveler surface, and you know, getting it planted, and then letting Mother Nature take course. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm willing to try anything, starting off at a smaller scale. I'd have to say this is right on target. It really irks me once again here that I cut off basically half of this paddock. You know, I'm in the business here of cow-calf operation, not sweet corn, for God's sakes. Let's just cut the crap. I'm cutting it for myself there, okay? I'm willing to try it. Like I said, it's very possible we can make that 2 or 3, who knows, maybe even 4 diesel fuel fill-ups for the year. That's worth more than I can explain to you. For me it is anyway. So let's make a little pass here. I'm going to shut you off. I got to finish up here and start rolling on some other stuff here for today. Like I said, we're out here having some fun. You know, we're also doing some great justice here in putting that residue for the original garden into that ground. And we're also doing some good justice, as far as I'm concerned, of putting the sod of the pasture system into the ground as well. So, yeah, that's those are my excuses anyway. right, folks, that's it. That disc cleaner there, whatever you want to call it, I'm calling it a disc cleaner. That squeaking's really bothering me. I'm done. I need to get this up to the garage and pound that over or take it apart, whatever it's going to take. I don't know. That's about it. We'll come up with another video here at some point on something. I'm just here enjoying the day and this weather and this beautiful sun here, 9th of December. It's just ridiculous. But all is well. We're going to talk to you sooner than later.